Good morning, YouTube vinyl community, and happy record store day, everybody. It is 7:30 in the morning. I originally was planning on leaving at 8, but I'm awake, so I figured, what the heck, I'll just go. It is a very, very overcast, very windy morning here in southeast Nebraska. So like I said, it's about 7:30 in the morning. It is about a 30-minute drive to the store downtown that I'm going to. So we'll see when we get there. All right. All right, we are here. We are at Homer's. It is just after 8 a.m. and this is the line. How early did y'all get here?
2 in the morning.
Holy shit! I'm not that committed.
I don't know, we got here at 11:30.
Jeez. Oh, okay, I made it out. I'm alive. Wow. Okay, that was an experience for sure. I have a bag. It's got stuff in it. It's not very thick, but it's got stuff in it. So I'm gonna go home. Half hour, it'll be a second for you. So I'm gonna go home, and then I'm gonna open some stuff, and I'm gonna show y'all what I got. I'm excited. All right, see you in a bit. Alrighty, welcome back. So we're back at the house. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not wearing the same clothes. It's not the same day. It's no longer record store day. Today is the 2nd, Monday the 2nd. So yeah, it's been over a week since record store day. I got home that day and I was gonna finish filming and show you what I got, and had stuff to do that day. Got home that night, didn't have the energy. Next day came, had stuff to do, didn't get it done. And that kind of went on for all of last week. I just had a bunch of stuff come up, and a bunch of family stuff come up, and it just kind of got forgotten. So, but one upside is I have had plenty of time to listen to the stuff I got. So not only can I show you what I've got, I can also tell you if I'm happy with it, if I'm happy with what I got. So, as you saw in the clips, it was pretty busy. When I got there were people that had been there since, one dude would have been there since like 11 o'clock the night before. I don't know if you heard that, but that's insane. I got there 2 hours early, and I don't know, there might have been, I wouldn't say there was 100 people in front of me. I was around the corner from the door, but I don't know. Once the doors open at 10, I mean, I was in and out. I was out of there pretty quick. I think I got in and got my stuff, and I think I was out of there before 11. So nothing. It was no big deal. One other thing that was cool, about 9:15 or so, they came out and they said, we've got food. They had breakfast burritos and coffee and soda and water, and they were like, nobody's gonna lose their place in line. Come on, get free food. And so that was pretty cool. I thought that was very, very chill of them. Then there was a guy coming around that was had a list. He was telling people how many copies of each thing they had. I thought that was pretty cool. Maybe that's a common thing. I don't know. I said, like I said before, this was my first record store day, so I don't know how those things usually go. But I got in and out. Like I said, I found stuff that I wanted. One thing I thought was very interesting, and again, I don't know if other stores did this as well, but when I got to the front, I heard one of the guys told me that, they put all of the Taylor Swift stuff, the 7-inch, that you had to go to the counter to ask for it. It wasn't just out with the other 7 inches, and so the way it worked is you had to follow the line. If you wanted that Taylor Swift, you had to walk the whole store because it was like a serpentine deal. And then it wasn't until you got to the end of the record store day stuff that you could go get, in line to check out or whatever. But they weren't telling people that. So people were like walking and they were going to the S, all the way to the S's, like standing there and not realizing that it was at the counter. I thought that was kind of funny. But let's see what I got. Okay. One thing I was very happy to get, and I don't know how many copies of this they got. I forgot to ask, but this was the last one. That's right. Rick Roll himself. I haven't taken the cellophane off or the shrink off, and I don't know if I want to or not. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep my hype stickers. I may cut them out and put them in the inside. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to me, but I'm definitely going to. But yeah, this one is cool. I was very happy to see this. I saw it right when I first got up there, and nobody else was like, I don't know. But yeah, it's very, very cool, very pretty red, translucent. Like I said, I don't know how many copies of this they had, but when I checked out, like I said, there was only one copy when I found it, and when I checked out, the lady said, the cashier, she said that she hadn't seen any other copies of this come through, and they had 2 registers, so it's possible that I think that'd be kind of trippy if they only got 1 copy of this, and I was, like I said, if there was 100 people ahead of me and I was the one that got it, that'd be kind of trippy. But yeah, so I'm glad I got that. That was very cool. I got the one I was really wanting, the one I mentioned in my night before video, the Cranberries, Remembering Dolores. This, I've listened to this twice already. It's very, very good mix. The inner sleeves, this is, it says Still Remembering, and then it kind of explains how this came about. And for the people that don't know, obviously Dolores, lead singer of the Cranberries, died tragically, and so this mix is made up of people that knew her, family, friends. They picked songs of hers that really reminded them of her, and brought them good memories of her. And so, oops, here's the other one here. Rick, what are you doing? That's the other one. But what's cool is that, so like this one has all the track listing but in the linear notes on both of them, it lists the songs, and then there's something written by the person who picked that song. So it's very cool, very, very cool. It doesn't have like Zombie isn't on here, and I'm okay with that. That's not. This wasn't supposed to be like a greatest hits or anything like that. This is supposed to be something special, and I'm very happy with it. It's on 180 gram black, so it's nothing crazy. I was able to get Offspring Greatest Hits. They had a few of these. Okay, so they only got 7 copies of this at the store. The guy in front of me in line asked about it. And so I was like, oh no, man, if we get there, there's only 1 left. But when we got up there, it's like they had 7 copies that they got. And when I got up there, the guy that was in front of me handed me back one. And there was only 3 left. So when we got ours, and there was 1 left. So pretty lucky there. This they got. I think they got I don't know. They got. No, they had 5 copies of the Cranberries, 7 copies of this. That's right. So yeah, very cool. Another one I was glad to get. That it was on my list of top ones I was most interested in. Very cool blue vinyl on that. And of course, it's got all your favorites. Doesn't have Bad Habit, which I'll be honest, that was a little bit of a bummer, because that's probably one of my favorite songs of theirs. Oh, come on. This also in here. It shows you each side lists the song. It has the lyrics, and it shows you the album artwork from the album that song is from. So that's very cool too. All right. Last but not least, Everlast. Whitey Ford Sings the Blues. This was one I asked the guy about in line, because it was kind of a last minute decision on my part to get this, or to want to get this. It wasn't one that was on my radar from the very beginning. But then I was like, you know what, dude, that would be cool to have. It's just on black vinyl. Surprisingly, this is the only one that's in polyline sleeves. But it's a double LP, and they got 3 copies of this. The guy told me, and I was like, so I wrote it off. That like I wasn't gonna get it, and then I got in the store, and they were like, you went inside, and they were stopping the line, letting a few people go, and they would let a few more, just to kind of keep things whatever at a even pace or whatever you want to say. And I was like, where's he's like, what are you looking for? And I was like, this. He goes, okay, Cranberries is going to be here, Offspring will be there, Everlast will be in the middle if we have it. Any copies left? I was like, okay. So I'm working my way around, and it kind of turned a little bit, and this lady was like, hey, are you looking for Everlast? I said, yeah. She goes, she's like, when you find it, can you hand me a copy? Because she was there for Taylor Swift, was the reason she was there, and her boyfriend just wanted to go get in line for that. And I was like, yeah, let me see if I can get it. She didn't want to cut in line, or whatever. I don't know how they ended up out of the line. Anyways, so I looked, and no copies. I was like, there's none. It's like, all I got, I was like, it's Everly Brothers, and there's nothing, nothing in front of that. And so I was moving along, and they were over on the other side of this thing, and the guy comes up and goes, ma'am, who was looking for Everlast? And he sees the lady, and she must have asked him about it. And so he walks up, and I'm like, oh, what? And he hands it to her, and she reaches over and she hands it to me. And I was like, are you sure? She was like, you know what? She's like, you're the one in line for it. You came here to get it, and I didn't. But I mean, well, this wasn't one of my specific reasons. But she's just like, no. She's like, I'm here for Taylor Swift. Anyways, she's like, but no, you can have it. And so this was literally the last one, and somebody got all the way up to the register, decided like last minute they didn't want it, and I got it. So that was very, very cool. Yeah, this is an album I love that I don't really listen to it that often. Every time I do and I think about it and I remember it, I'm like, man, this is so good. But I love House of Pain to this day as well. I listen to that all the time too. But yeah, that's my my gets for Record Store Day. They all play really well. I don't have any sound quality issues on any of them. None of them are warped. I've seen some videos of people talking about, like, I think one guy was on TikTok. A guy got Bell Bev DeVoe and and he was saying that it's like noisy and it pops and it's nothing you can do to make it go away. And it doesn't look like a very clean pressing. And I don't know if that, but I've seen other ones too where people are saying like some of the stuff that they got wasn't super great or super clean or whatever. So I was very glad that I got good copies of everything I got. But yeah, that's it. That's my Record Store Day stuff. We got, like, once again, we got Everlast, Offspring, Greatest Hits, Rick Astley, and the Cranberries. Again, this is the one I was most excited about, and I still think this is my favorite. Of all the things, the 4 albums I got at Record Store Day, I think this is my favorite. And the place I went to, they released a list today of all of their leftover Record Store Day stuff, and they still had quite a few copies of the live Willie Nelson album, and I may go back and pick that up in a few days. Haven't really thought about it. One that I was kind of bummed that I didn't see any copies of was the Jeannie C. Riley. I didn't ask about it, but I didn't see any copies of that. So there we go. Anyways, that's it. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.